Ever wondered what it takes to catch one of the ocean's most elusive and valuable creatures? Meet the giant grouper, a prized fish found deep in the waters of coral reefs and rocky coastal cliffs. But catching this ocean giant is no easy feat. It's not just about strength, it's about skill, patience, and understanding the sea. In this video, we dive deep into the challenges, techniques, and innovations behind giant grouper fishing. Join us as we explore how seasoned fishermen face these challenges to bring in these powerful fish, and what's at stake in maintaining the balance between traditional fishing methods and sustainable practices. Giant groupers are the kings of the reef, massive, elusive, and with a flavor prized by chefs worldwide. These fish are notoriously hard to catch, living in deep, rocky waters that are difficult to navigate. They tend to hide in caves or among large rocks, making it a challenge for fishermen to even locate them. Whether using hand lines with live bait like squid, fish, or shrimp, or long lines equipped with many hooks, every method comes with its own set of challenges. It's not just about catching these giants, it's about understanding their behavior, the environment, and the right timing to strike. Do you think catching a giant grouper is simply about casting bait and reeling it in? You're mistaken. Fishing for giant groupers is an ancient art, where each fisherman has their own secret technique to lure the fish into traps. But do you know the secret behind those trap nets and handline fishing methods? The truth is, catching these fish weighing hundreds of kilograms is no simple feat, and every technique hides a different challenge. Are you ready to explore? Let's dive in. When advanced technology meets traditional fishing methods, what happens? Can you imagine using sonar fish finders, GPS systems, and underwater sensors to accurately pinpoint the grouper's habitat? But does technology help in catching these mighty fish, or does it make them even harder to catch? You'll have to witness the battle between technology and the ocean for yourself. Can we catch giant groupers at night? Imagine you're dropping the bottom trolling nets in the pitch-black ocean, just as the giant groupers come out to hunt. But the real question is, are these fish easier to catch in the dark? And why do fishermen choose nighttime as the best time to fish for groupers? The mystery of the ocean will slowly unfold, and you won't want to take your eyes off the screen. Think fishing is only done on a boat? Think again. Diving deep beneath the ocean, watching the giant groupers hide in dark caves, and carefully choosing which fish to catch is a challenge not for the faint of heart. But are you willing to face this dangerous environment to catch the giant fish? Let's dive deep and explore. You've probably heard of the challenges and patience of professional fishermen. But have you ever wondered, how difficult is it really to catch a giant grouper? It's not just about battling a powerful fish, but also about facing the harsh conditions of nature and maintaining a sustainable livelihood. Can the fishermen overcome these obstacles to provide for their families and communities? The real challenge lies in fishing sustainably while dealing with the fragile marine ecosystem. As the demand for giant groupers continues to rise, so does the pressure on their populations. Many fishermen now use modern technologies, such as GPS systems and sonar fish finders, to pinpoint where groupers are most likely to gather. These technologies reduce search time, increase efficiency, and ensure better management of resources. But the fishing methods must be precise, because overfishing is a very real threat. Fishermen must follow strict regulations on size, fishing seasons, and restricted areas to avoid depleting the species. In some cases, offshore fishing vessels are equipped with cold storage systems to keep the fish fresh and preserve its quality for transportation and consumption. What if the future of giant grouper fishing isn't just in the hands of fishermen, but also heavily influenced by European government policies? In the face of overfishing, climate change, and marine pollution, European governments are introducing a series of groundbreaking programs to protect this ocean giant. From sustainability initiatives to financial support and advanced regulations, these policies are set to revolutionize the way we fish and conserve. But what does this mean for the local communities who rely on fishing as their livelihood? How are technology, scientific research, and marine conservation efforts working together to create a balance between fishing and protecting marine resources? And most importantly, can these efforts ensure that the giant grouper remains a sustainable, thriving species for generations to come? But the fishing methods must be precise, because overfishing is a very real threat. Fishermen must follow strict regulations on size, fishing seasons, and restricted areas to avoid depleting the species. In some cases, offshore fishing vessels are equipped with cold storage systems to keep the fish fresh and preserve its quality for transportation and consumption. With overfishing threatening wild grouper populations, many fishermen are now turning to marine farming models, like cage farming, to meet the market demand without further harming wild populations. Aquaculture is evolving, with fishermen releasing juvenile groupers into controlled sea environments to grow until they reach market size. This method not only helps reduce pressure on wild populations but also creates sustainable livelihoods for coastal communities. Technology plays a crucial role here, too. With sensor systems, water filtration, and organic feed, marine farming has become more efficient and eco-friendly. Farmers are also exploring innovative breeding techniques to breed groupers without depending on natural fish stocks, ensuring a consistent supply. Keeping giant grouper fresh is a crucial factor in the seafood industry, not only ensuring product quality but also maintaining the economic value of this prized fish. Freshness is the deciding factor in the quality of fish meat. When giant grouper is kept fresh, it retains its firm texture and sweet taste, which are highly valued compared to frozen or processed fish. Fresh fish not only tastes better but also has a higher nutritional value, as it doesn't lose any nutrients during preservation and processing. In particular, giant grouper is one of the most popular fish in high-end restaurants and luxury dining, where customers seek freshness in every dish. Fresh fish has a firm texture, is tender, and does not dry out, creating a significant difference from frozen or processed fish. Fresh giant grouper has higher market value compared to frozen or processed fish. High-end restaurants, especially in markets like Japan and Europe, are willing to pay a premium price for live, fresh fish to serve in dishes like sashimi or grilled grouper. Therefore, keeping the fish fresh allows fishermen and businesses in the seafood industry to maximize profits. Fresh grouper is also highly valuable in export markets, particularly for countries with high food safety and quality standards, where origin and quality are decisive factors in choosing seafood products. Keeping giant grouper fresh is not only important for consumers but also ensures the livelihood of fishermen and coastal communities. Fresh grouper can be transported and consumed quickly, providing a steady source of income for fishermen. In contrast, frozen or processed fish may lose value and face challenges in markets that demand fresh products. Coastal communities, thanks to modern preservation technologies, like refrigeration systems, live water tanks, seawater bags, can meet market demands both domestically and internationally, building a sustainable economy for the region. Fresh grouper helps minimize waste in the seafood industry. When fish are properly preserved, they do not spoil during transport, which reduces the number of fish that are lost or devalued in the process of consumption. Additionally, keeping fish fresh creates a sustainable cycle in protecting marine resources. Selective harvesting and proper resource management help avoid overfishing and ensure long-term availability of the species. Keeping giant grouper fresh helps ensure food safety when products are transported and consumed. International food safety standards, particularly in export markets, require proper preservation to maintain freshness and prevent contamination. Refrigeration systems, aeration tanks, and specialized packaging help protect the fish from bacteria and diseases, ensuring that the fish reaches consumers in top condition. However, the grouper fishing industry faces multiple environmental challenges. Climate change, marine pollution, and coral reef degradation are all contributing to the decline of natural grouper populations. Some destructive fishing methods, like the use of explosives or electric shocks, have also negatively impacted marine ecosystems. To counter these threats, governments and conservation organizations have stepped in, enforcing strict regulations and creating marine reserves. Fishermen are being encouraged to adopt sustainable practices, including selective fishing and the use of eco-friendly fishing gear. Marine conservation areas are established to give groupers space to reproduce and recover. The future of grouper fishing lies in the balance between exploitation and conservation. With proper management, scientific research, and community engagement, we can ensure that these magnificent fish continue to thrive for generations. Technology, such as AI and big data, is already helping optimize fishing techniques, predict catch yields, and enhance resource management. The goal is to create a sustainable value chain from catch to market, ensuring environmental health and economic prosperity for coastal communities. Moreover, ecotourism is emerging as a way to reduce pressure on wild populations. Fishermen, who traditionally caught fish, are now also providing tourist experiences where visitors can learn about traditional fishing, scuba diving, and witness these beautiful fish in their natural habitats. Have you ever wondered, if it weren't for advanced preservation methods and modern technology, could we continue to sustain the existence of precious species like the giant grouper? But the story of the giant grouper isn't over yet, because there are some secrets that not everyone knows about how fishermen and the seafood industry are tackling these challenges to protect this fish and ensure long-term resources. And what about you? What do you think about the combination of tradition and modern technology in protecting giant groupers? How can we sustainably harvest while preserving this valuable resource for future generations? How might sustainable solutions change the course of the seafood industry? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The story of the giant grouper isn't just a battle between fishermen and the ocean, it's a profound lesson in responsibility, innovation, and the future of the oceans. You won't want to miss the exciting developments in this industry.